Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back. This is Vlogmas day 4. We are baking today. So here's the situation. I am leaving tomorrow to go to Denver, Colorado to visit my youngest son. Even though they're twins, there's a youngest. If you have twins, you know that's just how it works. I don't know why either. But his favorite cookie is snickerdoodles, our snickerdoodles. Either way, super easy to make. We're gonna make them today. We're gonna do our advent calendars. It's gonna be fun. Please know, I am in no way, shape, or form a cooking channel or a baking channel, but this is a recipe that is near and dear to my heart. So yeah, let's do it. I'm excited. The recipe that we're using is literally from this cookbook, Better Homes and Gardens New Cookbook. I feel like all Gen X women received this as a wedding gift. My mom cooked from this cookbook. I don't know when the first edition of it came out, but I feel like it was maybe even in the 1930s or 40s. But this is the recipe. It's been the same forever. Super simple. We're gonna double it. I have gone so far as to triple it before. Okay. Starting with 2 sticks of butter. I've let this sit out on the counter a little bit. You can do shortcuts to softening butter. It's a little challenging this time of year when it's this cold. I don't know. You definitely want it softened. But if you do it in the microwave, then it's gonna get melty. So the best way is to just remember that you're baking and to take it out the night before so that it will be nice and room temperature. But we're going to beat this, beat it well for 30 seconds. It really works better if you plug in the mixer. And those of you that are curious, yes, this is my original KitchenAid that was purchased when I was born. So it is from 1970, and the color has gone out of fashion and back in fashion. When Mom first gave it to me when we got married, I almost had it painted, and now I'm so glad I didn't because it's a very popular color. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys what you want your butter to look like. And I'm gonna get that out of there, don't worry. Look, that's what your butter should look like. She's so pretty. You always want to spoon flour in, not scoop it. Because if you scoop it, it's gonna condense down and you're gonna get too much flour in there. So we're gonna do like that, and then you wanna level it off. You can use something that's meant for that, or you can just use a knife. There we go. So 1 1/2. I watched a documentary about Julia Childs, and she had a person that worked with her for years that prepped everything in advance, and it just looked like such a smart thing, such a delightful way to cook, especially if you're filming yourself. Add about half of the flour, the 1 cup sugar, and again, we're doubling the recipe, so we're gonna add 2 cups of sugar. The sugar you can just scoop. I think, maybe not. You know, it's kind of one of those things where if these turn out horrible, then y'all will be like, never listening to her again. God, that is a lot of sugar. Is that really how much sugar? Yep, that's how much sugar. All right, always want to break your egg into a separate bowl first, rather than straight into your mixture, because if you got eggshell in it, that would be bad. 1, 2 eggs, no shell, ½ teaspoon vanilla, but again, we're doubling. So we need a whole teaspoon. I've been thinking for a while I need to get a second full set of measuring spoons and also cups for the holidays in particular. Let's see, baking soda, we need ½ teaspoon baking soda, again, because we're doubling. And the cream of tartar, and we need a ¼ teaspoon of cream of tartar. Cream of tartar looks like this, by the way. And if you're like most of us, you don't use, it really, there's only a few recipes that call for it. So 1/8 teaspoon, and I did a 1/4. Whoops, a 1/4 baking soda. So that should have been ½ baking soda. Did I do a half? No, I did do a ½ of baking soda. A 1/4 teaspoon cream of tartar, and I should have done that twice. I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna go back and see, hold on, I'm gonna go back and make sure I put in a ½ teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, that was wildly helpful. Yes, I did put in a ½ teaspoon, and I did put in the right amount of cream of tartar. You know, there you go. Okay, now all we're gonna do is beat that until thoroughly combined. Okay, now we're gonna add the rest of our flour, which, how much was our flour? 1.5 cups again. So we're gonna pull out our 1 cup. We've got our flour. I'm gonna back you up so you can see me do it. Again, we're gonna spoon the flour in, not scoop. 1.5. I almost forgot to put the rest of the flour in. And I've done that. I've done that multiple times when I've made this recipe, because usually throughout the years when I've been baking, I have help from my wonderful kids, which I miss baking with my kids so very much. They always loved to bake with me, in particular the child that loves these cookies that I'm going to visit. And they still, to this day, like Christmas Eve, will do the last of like the gingerbread and the sugar cookies and all that. Okay, this part's kind of fun. We're gonna put this in a Ziploc bag for it to kind of get a little firmer and a little easier to work with. Make sure obviously that your hands are clean. I'm sure they are. Okay, here's our dough. I'm gonna stick that in the fridge. It says in the recipe to refrigerate it for 1 hour, but if you wanna make this dough ahead of time and then you can just make it, whenever it works for your schedule, you could probably leave it for I think I've left it as long as 3 days. That's probably not advisable, but at least 24 hours you could leave it in there. And especially if you're baking with little kids, it's such a great idea to break it up into stages so that nobody has a meltdown, including you. So yeah, we're gonna pop this in the fridge. Let's go down and do some advent calendars, because we're behind. We have to do 2 days worth. We have to do, because yesterday was my gift guide video, which if you didn't watch that yet, make sure you do when you're done with this. But let's go do days 3 and 4. Okay, we're down here in the basement, and I realized that whole time I had my microphone on my shirt, but I didn't have the other part plugged into the phone. So we're just gonna stick with the microphone straight from the iPhone 17 Pro. So hopefully the sound wasn't too horrible. So today we get to open everything. In fact, I might even pop upstairs and get the wine one, because I did 3 last night. Those of you that are doing the In Good Taste wine advent calendar along with me, last night's was a Shiraz from Argentina. Oh my gosh, it was so freaking good. Like, I was really sad that I only had the little glass and a half, but it was so good. Okay, let's start today, like we've been doing every day, with our Merry Englebright. And we are on day 3. And we need to do day 3 and day 4 because we didn't do it yesterday. So number 3 is, oh, it's a cat. It's a little cat. It's a little Christmas cat with a bow. Okay, let me stick her where she goes. She's gonna go right here at the bottom. Again, let me reiterate how happy I am that I did this one. Look how cute. Oh, meowy Christmas. I'm sorry. Okay, number 4 is right here. Let's see what number 4 is. It's a baby. It's a baby. I just watched Spirited, if you know that reference. I watched that film far more than is healthy for me, and I also listened to the soundtrack because I absolutely love it. Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds, if you haven't seen it, Octavia Spencer, fabulous cast, fabulous film. Like, maybe Muppet Christmas Carol, as we know, is my favorite Christmas film of all time, followed by The Family Stone. I think Spirited is in the number 3 position. But look, it's a baby. Good afternoon. Sorry, if you haven't watched it, none of what I just said makes any sense. All right, number 4. There's 3, 5, 7, 6. Oh, there it is. Right there. They don't make it too challenging. I'm making things harder than they have to be. Which, anyway. All right, now we have through day 4 on there. So sweet. Okay, you stay there. Put this down here. Let's do number 4 in our gorgeous Papier. By the way, am I even saying that right? I really should have looked up in their marketing materials because it's a British brand. It's not French, but I feel like it should be Papier. So we're really working through this first tray. So I can't really hold it up because everything's going to fall over. But this is number 4. Again, with the absolutely gorgeous little box. I cannot get over all of, it's just also bespoke, isn't it? It's just also bespoke. This one is a tiny little to-do list, and I adore a tiny little to-do list because you can stick these in your bag. Listen, I know we can all do notes on our phone. I'm aware. I obviously am very, I use all kinds of technology, but my brain really loves a good actual to-do list, and this size is just perfect. So there we go. Number 4. Oh, I didn't open 3. What did I do? I opened 4 first. Now we're going to open 3. So go back in time. Pretend this is just happening. Here's number 3. Look at the pretty little green. We're just going to stop and appreciate the design on every single one of these packages. That's one thing when I worked at the Container Store. And also one of my son's best friends works in like textile and paper design. And I've learned so much about that whole field. And it is a bunch of very creative geniuses that work in that field. And I just love that. Ooh, one of them fell off. Okay, these are page markers. And they are so beautiful. Look at this. So they're bookmarks, or you could use them in your planner. I've got that one marked there. Those are sweet. Okay, love, absolutely love. All right, number 4. Where are you, Christmas? There she is, number 4. Let's see what this one. Oh, I did it again. I didn't do 3 and 4. My brain is moving too quickly through the days. This is the Bloom Cream. So the Bloom Cream is kind of what they are known for. It is lovely. It's what I'm in between when I'm out of my Elemis Day Cream. This is the one that I go for. I will absolutely stick this in my travel bag. The Bloom Cream, if you've never used Beekman 1802 before, you use like the serums and you mix the two, but you can obviously use them independently. And it's just like a really good, solid product. Very moisturizing. And so I'm really happy with that. That's number 4. Now let's go back to number 3. Here we go. Number 3, which, yes, I'm thinking that all of those might be soaps. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. This one is Pure. I was like, I'm not smelling anything. So I told y'all in the gift guide about their Pure line. So these are all fragrance free. So really, really happy with that. So let's do the Apothecary 3 and 4. I love a good catch-up day on the Advents. Okay, here's number 3. And this one, also in the gold. So pretty. And the scent on this one is Black Cypress, which it smells very Christmassy. This would be a great one to burn like around your Christmas tree. And I love that the little votives are all in the same gold. That's really pretty. And then, oh, number 4 is a big one. Let me hold it up so you can see. Y'all see number 4 down there? Okay, here we go. Number 4. Oh, yay, 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 yay. It is a reed diffuser. And of course it came with the reeds, because what good is a reed diffuser without the reeds? What good is a reed diffuser without the reeds? Let's see what the scent is. And again, it's in gold. So if they all match, I'm gonna be so happy. Verdant Garden. I'm sure y'all know how a reed diffuser works. I'm not going to put this in there right now. I am going to open it though and see if I can take a little smell of that. Oh, wow. That's really clean and fresh, not overly perfumey. That is really, really nice. Okay, pop that back down there. We have a gorgeous reed diffuser. And we'll just do one of the kits because there's 12 total. And so we'll just do one today. We've done number 1. Now we'll do number 2. Again, let's show off the imagination in the packaging. Does not look AI generated. You never know, but this is such a small brand, and in my brain, I want to think that they did not use AI to make that. So that's just what we're gonna go with, because that's what I want. Okay, here we go. Oh, fun. fun and perfect, we have a very, very cute little clippy. I love these so much. And it says Kitsch on it, and it has little cherries. Way, way, way cute. Ah, and it's a good one. You can tell. Like, you know how you can tell the way that, sorry. Yeah, this is a good one. So that makes me really happy. Okay, number 2 on the Kitsch one is done. Okay, let's go upstairs and finish those cookies, and I will show you day 4 of the wine advent calendar while we're up there, just so you can see like how the wine advent calendar works. This is my 2nd year with the In Good Taste one, and I love them. Like, the wines are really good quality, really well curated, and I like the size that the pours are. Okay, this is the Total Wine and More one, and each day there's also I get an email every day with more detail about each of the wines, but these are the guys who do it. You know, you love a good picture with a dog. I always trust people who have dogs. So let's go to number 4. This is what they look like. Oh, it's so heavy, but it's super fun because you do get to try. I inadvertently got the one that's all reds, I think. I didn't actually mean to do that, but I'm not mad about it because I do kind of like that I don't have to refrigerate them. Although my son, the bartender, says you should slightly chill a red. But this one is called Primitivo Andiamo. I don't know if Andiamo, I think Andiamo is the varietal and Primitivo is where it's from, maybe. I'll look that one up for you guys. Let's read about it on number 4. Smooth and bold with boysenberry, cracked pepper, and a smoky finish. So I love that it's boysenberry because some of y'all may not know that boysenberry was invented at Knott's Berry Farm in California. That's what they're known for. So whenever you have boysenberry jam, you have the Knott's family to thank because they were the ones who invented that varietal of berry. There you go. A little fun California fact for you. So yeah, I think this is going to be really good. I'm not going to drink this right now because it's like 10 o'clock in the morning, but I will try this and report back. Okay, so weirdly, most of them came out exactly like I like them. This one just decided to be like all spready. I don't understand that, but yeah, they came out good. I'm happy with these, and I will definitely fix myself some tea and we will do a little taste test. But the majority of them I'm going to let cool, and then I'm gonna package them to take to my wonderful son in Denver tomorrow. Okay, so I sat down to do a little taste testing just to make sure that they turned out okay, because, you know, I don't want to poison anyone. It's my civic duty. So here's how they turned out. A little flatter than I've done them before where they're a little fluffier than this, but this is not bad. So let's see if we can get that crunch. I've made these in past years, and there is something lovely about the crunch of this particular cookie, so I'll get close. Look at that. So good. They're perfect. My son will be thrilled. I need to package these up in a tin. I need to go finish wrapping the rest of their gifts. Probably some of that I'll do and show you tomorrow morning because my flight isn't until afternoon. So yeah, let's meet back here tomorrow. We'll do our day 5s. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you would. It would mean the world to me. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Share our fun little Advent journey with a friend. And whatever you're doing today, I hope you're finding joy. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.